If you just now tuning in, hit the like, hit the subscribe, and hit the bell. GMS fam, the green room. Let's talk about it. Hey, yo, GMS fam, the green room. What's going on, y'all? Happy Wednesday. Welcome back to the GMS show. We are here to bring you some more of that good shit. Thank y'all for pulling up, GMS fam. If you are here, tap into the live chat. Let me know you are in this motherfucker. What up, Aries, baby G, Samajin, Southern California, Still Elite, Trey 979, Quick, Stanfield, my FBA brother, Willie Rouse in the building. Vale is in the building. We're definitely gonna talk about that Still Elite. We gonna definitely get into that. It's a nice little segue that's gonna happen with that. But you know, we start out every show with peace, love, positive energy, good vibes, passing it forward, hoping that you pass it along as well. What up, LR Realist? Come on, y'all. We got a lot to talk about today. We got to start the show out with, of course, talking about some things that were said last night on the 5150 show with Corey Holcomb. Now, some dust was once again kicked up, if you didn't know, between Corey and Jess Hilarious. Something that skipped under my radar. I had no idea that Jess went live on Instagram a few weeks back and had some things to say. Of course, because I don't follow Jess Hilarious, so I wouldn't know. But she went live on her Instagram to say some things about Corey. And Corey caught wind of it, of course. And it's weird, man. I think, to me, it seems like this is this is a fake beef. But, you know, who knows? Who knows? It could be a real beef, but it seems like it's been going on way too long, and seems like they don't work together enough to be like, why is there still a problem? But here we are. Here we are. And I have to show you for context sake, because I know if anybody that watched the 5150 show and heard him bring back up Jess, he's like, what did she say this time? What did she do this time? Well, here's what she had to say.
Me. But let me say something about me. How many years have I ignored this and this keep talking? Was on my phone. You know, if I known it was a comedian, I wouldn't have said nothing about you. What? Called it. Got the number. Yeah, straight. Got the number. Yo,
I do.
Send me that number real quick. That answer the phone like he's scared. That he didn't talk shit about so many people. When he don't know who the number is, the answer like he's scared somebody gonna come and collect that little bit of ass money he got left. Like for real. Like you know how it be when scam likely call and you know they really calling for your money? That's how it was. My man said, I called him. No block. I straight called him. So yeah, he still got my number. I don't know if he saved it or not. Yo, what's up with you? You didn't even say nothing. He was like,
her energy, it may be because it's just Baltimore. I don't know if this is all Baltimore women or most of them, but her energy is very masculine. Like it's very, like she almost was ready to fight Corey or some shit.
I said, yo, I already knew what it was. I mean, they hear old school, so if you don't know, if it's an unknown number, you ain't going about to be like, oh, hello, anyway, right? I'm like, yo, what's up with you? Why the do you keep my name in your mouth? Verbatim, literally, bow, 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 boom. It's off the top like that. Don't care about these niggas. Don't care how old you are. None of that, because I'm grown. So, yeah. Yo, why the do you keep my name in your mouth? Who's this? Who's this? You know who this is. I have a very distinctive voice. Don't play with me. You already know what's up. What's this Jess? Yeah, no, it's Samantha. Yeah, it's Jess. What the is your problem with me? Now,
you're right, El Realist. It really is actually more of an East Coast thing. I do see a lot of New York girls do that. You know what I'm saying? They kind of have that energy about them, but they still have a feminine side.
I didn't spare you when you was talking about my son. I don't give a fuck about all the man jokes, all the none of that jokes. I'm telling you, yo, keep my fucking name out your mouth. Because at some point, it's not comedy no more. It's straight insult. I don't give a fuck. Yes, I don't care what y'all say. Y'all can go back and forth with me. Oh, just with the mess. You make money off of talking about people. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. It's a big difference between what I do and straight disrespect, straight insults. See, this how it happened. I swear. I wouldn't even know. I didn't even know who you was. All I saw was you take a pic. All I saw was a female take a picture with her son. That's still her son. Mind your business. It don't matter. That's her son. Me, we talk about. But if you was a comedian, if I known that you was a comedian, then I wouldn't even have did that. I said, what the does that even matter? Whether I'm a comedian or not. But now that I know, no, we don't got no issue. And, you know, I seen that we were supposed to be booked on a couple shows together. I want to let you know, don't you ever walk away from no money. Like, don't you know? And I'm going to tell y'all, be the first to tell y'all. What? Nigga, the show, I'm never going to be able to say that, he'll never be able to say he shared a stage with Jess Hilarious. Ain't no motherfucking way. It's the principle. So I'm going to walk away from money. Don't you ever walk away from no money. Let me tell you about how this new generation get money now, baby. You need that money more than I need it. So I told him to leave you on the show. I'm good. I don't want to make nobody uncomfortable, but I won't be uncomfortable for nobody neither.
So, that was that part. And I you can obviously see why that ruffled some feathers with Corey and why Corey felt the need to respond. Now, you're going to hear what he had to say, and then we'll talk about, well, we'll discuss it after that.
Yeah, that motherfucker come with it. Everybody keep putting in that bitch less hilarious. Less hilarious want to get into an argument with me so bad, but I just pity her so much. She want me to go back and forth. But look, less hilarious. Listen. What about the jokes? What have you ever said funny? Show me where I'm missing it. Like, you could come up with all kind of shit. That bitch is like, that bitch be lying. Like, when she be talking about interactions, she said she called me and was like, yeah, what the fuck is up?
Oh, yeah. And that wasn't true?
I'm like, bitch, do you really think somebody can call me and say what the fuck on anything? Like, come on, bitch.
She said you back down, come.
Right. I'm like, bitch, you capping, bitch.
Exactly.
You probably recorded the phone call. Play that motherfucker. Since that's the new shit. Everybody record phone calls.
Oh, yeah.
Bitch. I'm a motherfucking man. Ain't no bitch finna call me and say, yeah, now what the fuck is up? I was trying to squash shit. I told her I didn't know you was a comedian.
Yeah.
I remember that initially, right? The very first time.
I didn't know she was a comedian, goddammit. I thought she was a little bad in a bad bitch uniform with her naked son in her lap. She was naked, her son was naked. That nigga gonna have a twitch.
Uh-oh.
You better not let me see that motherfucker he gay. Oh.
Oh no.
Oh.
Somebody
Boy.
said Kung Fu Panda. You know what, wait.
We gonna pray for her.
Oh.
Some motherfucker like we looking at all the people they saying. No, but anyway, back to the shit I'm talking about with the little bitch. Little bitch be funny. Like you said, Nick Cannon said, fuck Corey Holcomb, I'm gonna put you on. Bitch, show me a point on Wildin' Out where you could put in your highlight reel. You ain't said shit funny, bitch. That bitch said, oh, Corey be on tours with me, then all of a sudden he be kicked off the tour. Bitch, let me tell you something. The promoter of that tour that I all of a sudden didn't want to do the tour, trust me, I didn't get kicked off no tour, bitch. I don't work for what I know he paid you. I know what you and the other bitch got paid. Tell everybody that.
Jesus Christ. Ooh, you made me burp.
Tell everybody that.
Excuse me.
What they pay you, because I know what they paid you. They had to use the other comedians in order, it's the same agent. He got all them put on that tour.
Yeah.
The same.
Now, let me just say what I think is going on. Now, you see how he brought up the We Outside Comedy Tour. If y'all don't know, the We Outside Comedy Tour features Ryan Davis, Bill Bellamy, Jess Hilarious. I think maybe Tony Rock. I don't know. It's a lot of people on that comedy tour. Apparently what the people over that tour did was put a lot of names on there and try to sell as much as tickets as they could without actually having every comedian on the flyer be at every single show. Which is why in the fine print it says acts subject to change or whatever. So what they're doing is promoting the tour with all the names and all these big faces and well-known faces. But then on specific dates, we'll only have certain comedians be there and not everybody on the flyer. And I guess Corey had a problem with that and decided to pull out and made it seem like the We Outside Comedy Tour was some big scam, right? But as you actually watch, see, this is the thing about actually having a mind of your own and not just mindlessly following people and just believing what they say. Now, if you put acts subject to change at the bottom of a flyer, then you get exactly what you pay for because it's telling you what could possibly happen. And the We Outside tour is still going on. And guess what? Ryan is on that tour and Jess is on that tour. Bill Bellamy is on that tour. These people are going out here performing on this We Outside tour. And the only person that I heard have any type of grievance or problem with what happened or what took place with this tour is Corey Holcomb. Now, I'm not saying he doesn't have a legit reason not to, fuck with the tour, but it seems like it's something more intricate than what he's trying to say as far as janky promoters or not getting paid the right amount of money. Because, you have people like a Jess Hilarious or a Ryan, or I really want to see who else is on that tour, the B Simone and some other people. But these people are constantly going out here getting a bag regardless of how much they're getting paid. They're still getting a bag from this tour, which is something that Corey could be doing. But whatever grievance he had with this tour, he decided to pull back from it. And I think because the tour is still going on, and because there's actually nobody that's a part of the tour or people who are attending the tour that are out here having problems with the tour, it's probably eating at him and making him feel some type of way, because that is money that he is missing out on, that he could have been getting if he possibly would have structured this in a different way instead of immediately going to the route of putting people on blast and inevitably breaking another bridge between another line of revenue. You know what I'm saying? So that's my opinion. I could be wrong, but it just seems that way because, I mean, I've been trying to figure out what the deal is with the We Outside tour myself. I've been trying to dig and see what the problem is and find out who these promoters are and who's still been on the tour. And it seems like everybody else, and it's crazy because even Ryan spoke out about it a while back, which I'm pretty sure he felt like he might have prematurely went out of his way to do something, because if I'm Ryan and I saw something where somebody was being used or their name or their face was being used to promote something and they weren't a part of it, I wouldn't want to be a part of that entity. But yet Ryan has been on that tour and Ryan has been doing those shows. And I haven't seen Ryan say shit else since then, since him actually taking up for Corey. And this was at a time when there was supposedly supposed to be a beef between them two. But I haven't seen him say anything or voice any type of frustrations or grievances with the We Outside comedy tour at all since then. And also, there's nothing wrong with somebody knowing their worth. If they shot him a number and said, this is what we gonna give you, and as a comedian of Corey Holcomb's stature and notoriety, if he didn't feel like that was what he was worth, then he has all the right to feel that way. But I think that when you start pushing narratives and start going towards a different route, instead of just being like, hey, I didn't think I was going to get paid, or I wasn't going to get paid what I deserve, and I wasn't finna go on no tour and make pennies for, you know, doing all these dates and shit, instead of saying that, but going the route of these guys janky, these guys are sneaky, they scamming, they lying and all types of shit. It just burns bridges, man. And of course he doesn't care to burn bridges, but it's just, I think that's what plays a big part in why him and Jess's beef continues. Which, like I said before, and I'm gonna keep continuing to say it, man, I hope that this shit diverts into another lane, because people should be getting money together. They shouldn't be out here on no petty ass beef from years ago, especially if at one point y'all at least tried to squash it. There shouldn't be nothing else left to say. But you know how people do. I mean, social media is really the place for drama. It's where people go to feed off of the negativity that's going on in the world anyway. And people understand, especially entertainers who are in a certain position in life, they understand the magnitude of what drama brings, especially to your platform and to your name and your brand. You know, Jess Hilarious has built her name up by talking about people. So it's kind of crazy to me, regardless of what Corey says or how harsh it is, that she even gives this any type of attention. It's usually the people that do go out their way to talk a lot of shit about people that can't take it themselves. That goes for Corey too. But a lot of people feel like they should be the ones to say shit because they're good at it, or they're witty, or they can roast the shit out of somebody. But if somebody did it back to them, they wouldn't know how to feel. They'd be broken the fuck down. They'd be trying to fight. They'd be, you know what I'm saying? All this other shit. So I don't have a dog in this race, but I do hope that people can find the common ground and move forward. Now, speaking of finding the common ground, before we get to this Shannon Sharpe and Skip Bayless situation, I want to play what Corey had to say about Skip Bayless after the tweet. As you guys know, I did a show yesterday about what happened with the Skip Bayless situation in his tweet. And it wasn't that his tweet was not insensitive, because it was insensitive. But the harsh reality of his insensitive tweet was that he wasn't wrong. That's the part where, you know, people, you can argue all day about the statement or however you read it, but I'm looking at it from a standpoint of how the NFL treats their players. You can't expect the trend of things from the organization being not actually caring about the players and letting that trickle down to the fans, and then think the fans are supposed to have some type of moral high ground too. Like they're on the same wavelength a lot of the times as the organization. That's why people can come out here and say shit like shut up and dribble, or people get mad at the people in the NFL for kneeling, you know, just dumb shit. even though the players really in reality have the most power. They just don't know it yet. They just don't grab it. They don't grasp at it because there's too much at stake. But Skip Bayless dumbass tweeted some shit literally right after DeMar Hamlin was collapsed and went into cardiac arrest, and he got a lot of backlash for it, which, you know, even though you can feel like he was wrong or right, but the backlash was deserved. He should have shut the hell up. The following day, he went on Undisputed to talk about it, and Shannon was nowhere to be found. Now, when we're going to get to that, but I want y'all to hear what Corey had to say about Skip in this instance.
Knowing that.
And Skip Bayless, everybody keep talking about it. You
to
finna do that?
No, I don't know, because I don't know how long you're gonna. I mean, you can touch on it because it is.
I mean, I'm saying
What up,
like
Toe
Skip
Champ?
Bayless has not done anything that he doesn't always do. Skip Bayless is attracted to Tom Brady, Tim Tebow, and the other boy who quarterback in the Rams now. And I know Skip Bayless love that name,
Yep.
Ram. He like boys, and because he has such a fetish for Tom Brady and all these people, they could do no wrong. Tom Brady is having the worst season of a quarterback ever. He should be dogged out all the time. They could do no wrong. And Skip Bayless couldn't help it. He put something else above that brother that was on the field fighting for his life.
Why would you even talk?
That's what he
about the
did.
game plan? When he tweeted right away about the game and when it'll be.
He tweeted the importance of the game as if, what's obvious is not happening. Nobody thinks like that but a wicked, selfish motherfucker. He's talking about the importance of the game. We got to get this game in, that type of thing.
Yeah. And
He's a dirtbag. And Shannon Sharpe,
as you see, Shannon didn't show up for work today.
Shannon didn't come in. He ain't want this. He ain't want that.
So wait. Have they been on together ever since that one time?
Yeah, they been on together since that one
he
time.
never
They went.
apologized?
They went. No, he ain't never apologized. That's an old honorary old queen.
But
If
Shannon
you know what I'm
didn't show
talking
up.
about.
Oh, honorary queen.
But I'm saying, like, Shannon didn't come in today. It ain't no coincidence. But what I'm saying is, this dude Skip ain't did nothing. This is what he do. He was basically like, fuck that motherfucker. Let's play the motherfucking game. But if Tom Brady was down there, that motherfucker would have been like, there needs to be a national holiday for this shit. He a piece of shit. And like I say, you know, Shannon, you don't deserve Skip Bayless. But that's who you are intertwined with right now. And to get him off your bumper, it's going to take time and a whole bunch of patience. But you sit up there and I know, like I have instincts. You have to smile with him. And I know that's hard.
Now, for those who didn't see the tweet or need that context, or need their memory refreshed, Skip Bayless said, no doubt the NFL is considering postponing the rest of the game, but how? This late in the season, a game of this magnitude is crucial to the regular season outcome, which suddenly seems so irrelevant. Now, the part that triggered most people was the ending, which suddenly seems so irrelevant. In my opinion, I'm pretty sure he was talking about the game. You can have your own opinion or, interpretation of that. But I'm sure he was talking about the game. I would hope he was talking about the game because I'm reading it in context, especially because I said this yesterday. The tweets before that is the reason why I feel how I feel about the tweets. It was insensitive. It wasn't right. He should have not said shit. But that doesn't mean his tweet was wrong. Because before that, he showed his concern for what happened in previous tweets. And then that one was the one that caught traction. That's all I'm saying. Skip Bayless is a piece of shit and he's disrespectful as fuck. And that alone tells me his motive in a lot of things. But it was this instance where I'm just reading it for what it is. I see it for what it is. And I know that the league is the same exact way. And like my guy Trey just said, Troy Aikman said the same exact thing. There's a lot of people who feel that way because this is how the league has been going. It's not because this was just some random insensitive moment. This has been a trend of things in this league since day one. I was just saying, it could be a guy on the field that broke his leg, broke his arm, had a concussion, seized up, which happened last Sunday. Somebody literally fell out on the field and started having a seizure. They did not stop the game. The game did not end. They wait till that nigga was done seizing up, brought him out to the fucking locker room, and they continue playing the fucking game. This is the NFL. This is what they do, and it is a problem because you see that this is the type of mentality that rubs off on the people that watch it. Now, I also said this yesterday, that Shannon didn't show up yesterday because, for one, Shannon is a former NFL player, not just an NFL player, but a Hall of Famer. And the brotherhood, when it comes to these athletes, whether it be football, basketball, baseball, hockey, soccer, it doesn't matter. There is a brotherhood that forms. And when you see something happen in the sport that you flourished in, but also hold near and dear to your heart, you'll take things to offense regardless if you even agree with the statement. If the statement is still done in ill will or has any type of insensitivity in it, you're going to feel some type of way. And that's exactly what happened with Shannon, but he showed up today. And what happened today did not help Skip's side at all. Just proves the point that he's a dickhead and he's a disrespectful motherfucker, especially to his co-host. You can be somebody who watches 24 hours of football day in, day out, analyze it, do all of that. But if you have never played the game, let alone at the magnitude of a Shannon Sharpe or any elite athlete at that fucking fact, you will never feel or have the same mentality or be able to speak in the same way, or your fucking words don't hold the same weight as the person who has been through it. Now, Shannon tried to come back today and he tried to say his piece. And in typical disrespectful white fashion, this is what happened. Listen up.
There's been a lot of speculation of why I wasn't on air yesterday, and I won't get into speculation or conjecture, innuendo, but I will say this. In watching that game on Monday night, what happened to Damar Hamlin struck me a little different. As a brotherhood in the NFL, when injuries happen, when we know injuries are a part of the game, I've seen guys suffer ACLs and Achilles tear, but I've never seen anybody have to be revived and fight for their life on the field. So it struck me a little differently because I remember seeing my brother paralyzed on the field temporarily, and he was able to regain focus. Skip tweeted something, and although I disagree with the tweet, and hopefully Skip would take it down, but I didn't want it.
Well, time out. I'm not going to take it down because I stand by what I tweeted.
Skip, let me finish.
All right, okay.
Go ahead.
No, you go.
Go ahead, let's go, Jen.
Okay.
I mean, I cannot even get through a monologue without you interrupting me.
Well,
you could have came back, Skip.
Well, I thought,
Skip, just let.
I didn't know you were going to bring up.
No, I was just going to say, Skip. I didn't want to yesterday to get into a situation where Damar Hamlin was the issue. We should have been talking about him and not get into your tweet. That's what I was going to do. But you can't even let me finish my opening monologue without you interrupting.
Okay. I was under the impression you weren't going to bring this up because nobody here had a problem with that tweet.
No. Clearly, the bosses wanted you to offer explanation, so clearly somebody.
No, they did not have. Nobody.
Let's go, Jen.
Thoughts and prayers remain with Damar.
Yeah. It went left. And here's the thing with this situation, man. Holy shit. Skip, or like Shannon would say, Skip, he wasn't being fair, man. And the thing is, I get it, undisputed, and they're supposed to go back and forth. You know, they cut each other off. The show is supposed to be entertaining in that way. But given the fact that Shannon missed the day before, wasn't able to really speak on the situation at all. Regardless of my rebuttal or if I disagree with what Shannon was saying, I would have sat there with my paper in front of me, wrote down exactly where I want to respond to, and then wait till he was done speaking or doing his monologue. Because here's the difference. People were like, I saw the excuses. People were saying, oh, he's taking it out of context. He's mad about the tweet. It's not even about the tweet. It's about the disrespect. When he got cut off, he didn't say, oh, no, you running from the tweet. You ain't gonna apologize for the tweet. You ain't gonna take it down. He said, no, you interrupted me while I'm trying to give a fucking monologue, bro. What is wrong with you? I'm trying to speak. I'm trying to talk, bro. I wasn't here yesterday. Let me have the fucking floor. Fuck the tweet now. I don't give a fuck about the tweet, nigga. I'm about to knock your ass out. Why are you disrespecting me on national TV like this? It don't make no sense. That's what I mean by how, like, we gotta pay attention to things and see it for what it is, the logical sense of it all. Like, people be so quick to push a narrative, but I mean, it's clear as day. You saw what happened. You heard what happened. Skip or Shannon's not that mad about that tweet. It's about the disrespect that Skip continues to display. And how longer is this man gonna sit around and take it? Pause. I wish Shannon would go and do something different or get on another show or maybe even start his own show, which I also think this is some stuff that, is orchestrated as well. Because as you can tell, the trend of things is, oh, they have a show. They got these two people who go back and forth all the time. They always arguing. They always bickering. It's the drama. There's always behind the scenes shit. There's always the tweets and people speculating. And all of a sudden, one of those people leaves the show and goes somewhere else. And then there's the rumors behind it that these people weren't getting along or these people did that. Like it happened with Skip and Stephen A. Smith. It happened with Stephen A. Smith and Max Kellerman. They talked about how Stephen A. went to the higher ups and said, hey, get rid of him. Like, these are the stories that they play into, because not only that, when they have people transition to another place, they need those ratings to go up as well. And if there's drama and things that people want to know about, what happened behind the scenes or what fight took place, what argument happened, who was being sneaky, they want to hear about that at some point. So they go straight to that person's new show or wherever they hosting that and just continue to boost those views and the ratings over there and the revenue over there. And the same exact thing, mark my words, is about to happen with Shannon and Skip. As soon as Shannon gets moved over to another show or has his own show started, y'all gonna see all the shit circulating. And then after that, it's just gonna be people talking about every time there's a video or every time there's a show happening with Shannon's new show or wherever he's at, people are always gonna mention how him and Skip's fallout and how this happened and this is why they not together no more. This is all a plot and a plan. It always happens. This is TV. This is entertainment. I do not put it past nobody. But I do think that whatever character Skip is playing is a disrespectful motherfucker. So we can all agree on that shit. And once again, something tragic happens, but we only pay attention to the things that go viral and the things we want to pay attention to. Damar Hamlin is not out the hospital, yet the focus is Skip Bayless's tweet and him and Shannon Sharpe going back and forth. And that shit had nothing to do with them. What happened with Damar Hamlin had nothing to do with those guys, yet they are being the subject of conversation because that's how our minds work in society nowadays. But also, when Shannon does get his new show, I will be there. And they should name his show all S's so that every time he start the show, it'll be a plethora of lifts. Welcome back to Shannon Sharpe's Secret Sunday throwaway. the Shannon Sharpe Secret Sunday throwaway. We talk about all the exciting things about sports. Shout out to Shannon Sharpe, man. Now, here's another thing I wanted to talk about, man. Now, I don't know if you guys follow No Jumper like that. But there's a host on there, and here's the thing, man. I've been following No Jumper recently. I've been paying attention to things that they've been dropping, watching they clips and watching some of their podcasts. And like I said, I'm an observer, and I observe a lot of things, and I like to read people's body language and shit, and how they speak and what they do, and how they act when they're comfortable, when they're nervous, when they're mad, all that shit. Like, I like to see that because I want to know if somebody's body language changes, their mood is changing, or something that could either be bothering them or either making them happy at a certain point. I pay attention to a lot of that shit. So they have a newer host on there by the name of Flacco, who has been catching a lot of traction lately, being a host on No Jumper. And Flacco, quite honestly, is a very annoying individual. And not because of like the things that he says, but it's how he says it. He has a very unique stutter. And he's just an annoying guy. But you can be an annoying guy and still be a good person. You know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't matter if you're annoying. If you're a good person, you're a good person. But what happens is they take this character, because his character is kind of built around DJ Academics. DJ Academics is like his idol, apparently, and that is somebody who he bases his whole shit off of. And recently, Academics got on his ass because he interviewed somebody who was beefing with Academics, and the person was saying a bunch of shit about him. And then he kind of made Flacco his number one enemy. Flacco's been at No Jumper, kind of causing a little trouble for himself because he had a Monday show, but then he kind of X'd the Monday show because he didn't like his co-host, and just all this other shit, right? But in all of that, he's been kind of creating internal enemies at No Jumper, and then some people will kind of play it off as just them making fun of him or them bullying him. But I don't think a lot of people there like him at all, to be truthful. And Adam being one of the people, especially who I believe don't like Flacco, but yet he brought Flacco there and had Flacco move to California just to do that show. We're gonna get to Adam in a second because he's the ringleader and the villain in this whole thing. But this is what I wanted to talk about. I just wanted to give you a little context of Flacco, but here's what happened. Now, you can say you don't like Flacco, you can say he's annoying, but these type of things are unwarranted. What happened was there's a No Jumper Reddit account, and people go on there and say a lot of shit about the No Jumper cast, spread a lot of rumors, whatever. Somebody went on the Reddit and posted a picture of Flacco at a Philly school talent show, Penwood talent show. This is in Philadelphia, right? Now, I guess the whole thing is that Flacco told people he was from North Dakota. And when people went on Reddit and people from Philly, I guess, who know Flacco, heard that he was saying he was from North Dakota, they took it upon themselves to go on that Reddit page and start saying, he's not from North Dakota, he's from Philly, blah, blah, blah. And what No Jumper did, which is why I know Adam does not like this kid, is they went and found the people that he used to go to school with in Philly, and they fucking interviewed these people via phone call on No Jumper. And Adam didn't do it because Adam has minions. He was able to get these other guys, his employees, to do it. See, this is why Adam looks to me more and more like the person that Joe Budden was calling him out to be. And it just so happened that he got lucky enough to pull up great points about how people move their content all around. But that does not exempt you from your actual intentions and how you mean when you do things. Why would you go out of your way to grab some kids or grab some dudes who were from somebody's high school just to put them on blast about where they're from? First of all, why do you care about where he's from? As far as I know, Flacco doesn't claim no street shit. He don't claim no hood shit. He don't claim none of that. Matter of fact, people usually get on blast for saying that they from somewhere that they really not because they trying to act harder than what they are. I've never heard of a person try to say I'm not from a hood. I'm from I'm from North Dakota. That don't make sense to me. He clearly was trying to get you jigaboos away from him. And y'all just came back and followed him. Like, why does it matter where somebody's from? So I took it as, all right, these guys want to expose this kid. So they went on, and Adam had his co-host Lush be the one to call these guys, and all they did was talk about how they know him. Yeah, he from this, he from that. And of course, the typical, fake love type shit. Yeah, I was proud of Flacco until I seen him say he was from North Dakota. Like, what? You don't want to claim fit? First of all, how does that affect you? How the fuck, as a grown ass man, as a fully grown ass, fully developed brain having ass person, human being, how does a man saying he from somewhere else offend you so much that you say, nah, I ain't got love for him no more. I don't fuck with him, or I'm trying to go out here on on the platform that he works for to expose him. These niggas be plotting, and they be sitting and they be waiting for the chance to try to throw you off of your motherfucking course because they ain't got enough hustle. They ain't got enough get up. They ain't got enough fucking mentality. They ain't got enough push. They ain't got enough courage. And they ain't got enough motherfucking stamina to do the same exact thing that you doing. These niggas be sitting at home wishing upon a star, waiting on a fucking handout, and then get mad at somebody else because they out here putting in the work. Like I said, I don't give a I'm not a hating ass nigga, man. Flacco is an annoying ass kid. But I see shit for what it is. That don't mean shit when it compares to niggas that really don't know you, because these same guys talked about how they didn't hang out with him like that. They just knew him in high school. They seen him in high school. So imagine that. Look at it from that lens. Imagine you at work, right? You working, and your coworkers start calling people from your high school to try to ask questions about you. That is, however you want to look at it, the most goofiest, weirdest shit in the world. And Adam having the excuse that, we want to know where he's from. First of all, Adam, I thought you weren't the street guy. I thought you weren't the hood guy. I thought you weren't the motherfucker who cared about any of that. But for some reason, you care now. Yeah, because you don't like that nigga. You employed a motherfucker you don't like. Now, AD. Now, hold on. Before I get there, how could I forget? So after Lush did what he did, Flacco and him met up on the No Jumper set, and Flacco called him out for the fade. Listen to this.
Saying that it's something sexual of nature, dog. I can't let that go, Lush. You feel me? Right?
When did he do that? I didn't catch that part.
Yeah. No. Right? Lush told niggas that I had an open case out and insinuating that it's something sexual of nature. Now again, bro, I cannot tolerate that. And as a man, dog, as a man, yo, win, lose, or draw, Lush, I need that fade outside, yo.
Word.
I need that fade outside, yo.
Oh, shit.
That's my last name you're playing with, dog. Nah, bro, it's not like that.
Bro, but the funniest part about this clip is how Almighty had to process what Flacco said. like he heard it, and then it took a couple seconds, and he was like, oh, shit. That shit made me laugh so hard yesterday, bro, because I know for a fact how Almighty was feeling in that instance. He was like, so for those that don't smoke weed, all right, sometimes when you're comfortable, you just sitting there and you just kind of in the moment, you kind of zoned out, certain things hit you a little later than usual. Just watch Almighty's reaction.
Man, yo, win, lose, or draw, Lush.
Let's count.
I need that fade outside, yo.
Word.
I need that fade outside, yo.
Oh, shit.
That's my last name you playing with, dog. Nah, bro, not like that, bro.
This nigga Flacco just asked for
I did
a
not
fade.
see this coming. Flacco's been
see that
sitting here
coming.
for 30 minutes. Flacco got
Nah,
here
bro, that's
at
my last
12:05,
name, yo.
ready to go, and he said, and he was in a good mood. He was ready to go. He's like, I'm going to save this all for Lush. This was not the curveball I saw
This
coming.
just happened?
Bro, wait, bro, listen, bro, like, I have a father who would die for his last name, bro. What the fuck would I look like, bro? Being somebody who sits on this platform. I don't bother nobody. I don't talk shit about nobody. I mind my business. For the last month, I'm minding my business. And niggas woke me up to shit yesterday with this fuck shit. You feel me? I'm minding my business. I don't bother nobody, bro. Again, but the where are you from conspiracies? Cool, bro. But to put that smart on my last name, I can't tolerate that, bro. I need my fade outside, Lush.
Cool.
All right, let's get it, bro.
Hold on.
He said, let's get it, bro. He got up and walked out. Hey, and please believe me. Now, say what you want. Lush did not get his ass up and go outside. He sat right there and started talking on that microphone. All right? I'm just saying. Because it be throwing people off, man. When the guy you think isn't about that life, or the guy you think you can punk, or the guy you think you can bully, catches you off guard and is like, yo, nigga, let's fight. I said what I had to say. I ain't got to say no more. I'm getting up. I'm out. Let's box. Let's go outside. He said the man was set. Adam came on set a little bit right after that and said, why is Flacco outside pacing in the rain? So it wasn't it wasn't some type of, hey, let's do this for entertainment. I mean, it could have, but at the same time, Lush did not get up and go outside. So if it was for some entertainment shit, Lush would have got up and walked out. And they would have tried to make up some shit like, oh man, they fought outside, and everybody would have been asking, where's the footage of Lush and Flacco? Nah, it didn't happen. Them niggas Lush went outside and hugged that man. And made up. Because at the end of the day, if you wrong, you wrong, man. If you are wrong, you are wrong. And even one of their main co-hosts, AD, had to go in on Adam.
But
Listen
the
to what he
thing
had to
is,
say.
like, we all joke and we play around with Flacco. It's cool if he's going along with that shit. You feel me? Like, I was on stream yesterday, and that nigga, bro, he called like 6 times. He was like, AD, I want to show you this. I want to show you this, because he just felt like he was put in a corner. Nobody want to listen to him. He said that when he found out that it was going to be some shit like that, he didn't want to be involved in that. And I just felt like the nigga was getting bullied. Like, that shit ain't cool.
But this is my thing. Is it bullying to ask somebody where they grew up?
No, it's not.
But that's really what Lush did. He asked him where he grew up.
Nigga,
and then
you told him to do some shit.
Yeah, I told him to get down to brass tacks and figure out where the fuck he's from,
But
because it
no.
seemed like there was so much misleading content being put out there. That's not what bullying is. Bullying
No,
is
that's
making...
nigga, that's bullying.
Let me talk.
If you put
I'll let you talk. Let me go.
If you put the shit up there, that's fucking bullying.
Making someone the thumbnail of a YouTube video is not bullying. Asking somebody where they're from is not bullying. Making fun of somebody for some inherited traits, telling him he's smelly, that's closer to bullying.
That's
making fun of his weight,
They
which is
did say
something
that
that has
nigga
happened
smell.
over and over and over on this podcast. That's bullying. Asking somebody where they're from and like bringing up the fact that many people from where he grew up were claiming that he was not actually from what he said, calling somebody out for that, that's not bullying. That is so the bare minimum, like the treatment that we would give anybody on the show. So the characterization of it as bullying is fucking insane.
Not to me.
He did not get bullied. He was asked the most. You were calling it bullying because he acted like he was being bullied. He wasn't being bullied.
Nigga,
The shit that was
this nigga
okay, and I
called
can
me-
agree that Suspect and Gina were being very rude and laughing and being kind of like hateful towards him, which I felt like went over the line. But I don't think that Lutz was doing that at all.
No, I'm not putting the blame. I ain't gonna say nobody's name. I'm just saying how he got done. You feel me? Mentally yesterday, he called me, nigga. He was crying, like
Somebody's
legit.
phone's buzzing up.
That's
I
my
feel like
shit.
that's
He was
definitely
crying.
him.
He was legit crying, bro, because he felt like nigga, people is kicking him while he down. He was in a fucking corner.
Right, and it's tempting to think that somebody seems like they're being bullied when they start crying, but he wasn't being bullied.
Bro,
He was just
if
asking
you-
him where he was from.
Can you imagine? No, not just where he's from. Can you imagine the fucking month that he's having, or the last 2 months?
But you're
that he's
saying
having?
all this shit to make him more sympathetic. But ultimately, what was done to him was nothing.
It's not about.
This is why we got to stop having certain people infiltrate the culture, because this man is trying to dictate how somebody else feels about them going out of their way to try to expose them. And this is supposed to be somebody this is supposed to be your boss. This is somebody you work for. You work for this man. You get paid by this guy. Why would you go out of your way to do that? And the fact that he's trying to justify it is crazy. I got to give AD his props though, because he's looking out for an employee, not just for Flacco's sake, but for anybody else who works for Adam or potentially will work for Adam. Think about this. Why would somebody want to go work somewhere where somebody can go, where they think that somebody can go and just look up their high school or look up people that they used to kick it with to try to find out information about them? For what? It's not like Flacco said, I'm from South Dakota and I ran that motherfucker. He just said, I'm from South Dakota. He never said shit else. This wasn't that big of a deal to want to try to dig deep and try to uncover some shit, in my opinion. And, you know, Flacco really has been putting his own foot in his mouth and has been creating his own repercussions for the things that he says. But at the same time, I wouldn't expect, this is not even about that. This is about the fact that the place that I work for, the place I'm employed at, the place that I'm helping give content to and help make money is trying to put me on blast and trying to have me look like a sucker in front of everybody. And on top of that, I'm getting bullied on the daily by my coworkers whenever I'm doing shows. Like, they were like, yeah, he didn't like Gina or Almighty Suspect and he didn't want to do the Monday show. Maybe because them niggas was making fun of him every day. I don't know. You know? Maybe because they was joking on this nigga. I don't know. And nah, Lush didn't want the fade. For some reason, Lush, when they came back, because, you know, I'll be watching the clips, and I don't know why Lush said this. For some reason, I feel like this is a lie, but I don't know. If somebody really did, then they got to check themselves and they level of care when it comes to Lush and trying to help defend his battles. But for some reason, Lush had to make it known that people were calling him, and he had to calm some people down because he had to prove that he didn't turn down a fade. He went even so much as to have Adam call Flacco to say, I didn't turn down a fade, did I? Man, look, you didn't have to vocally say, I turned down the fade, motherfucker. You didn't get up. The man said, okay, let's go. You didn't get up. That's just how it played out. And who the fuck would call somebody off that? I wish one of my homeboys would call me to try to talk to me about a nigga, a singular nigga who challenged me to a fucking fight. Nobody give a fuck about that shit. I can see if the nigga's life was being put in danger. If somebody said they want to off Lush, then somebody called him and was like, hey, what this nigga talking about? What are you trying to do? You need some backup, nigga? You need to bring the guns now? Nigga, it's Flacco. Who the fuck called you because of Flacco saying he want to fight you? That's crazy to me. Check your homies off that shit. Check your home. I would have to check my guys for that shit. That'll make me feel like a bitch. I'm not even gonna lie. That shit will make me feel like a bitch. Shout out to Lush though. I ain't got no problems with Lush. I ain't got no issues with Lush. I just think that even saying that, he shouldn't even said that. He should have left that information alone, because I think that was like him trying to, you know, prove that he was either tough or he connected or he got, you know, he in with the streets some way. But you don't need to do that. You don't need to validate nothing when it comes to Flacco, man. Flacco is just Flacco. Just go outside, run the fade or don't. That's how I see it. But we gonna see a nice little shift in the next coming weeks. I think Flacco might be a new no jumper co-host and might have to go on and do his own thing, which is also fucked up because, like I said, you know, Adam told that man to go move out to California, and I'm pretty sure South Dakota had better prices on rent than California. And he went out there to try to pursue his dream of being Little Academics, and look what happened. Ultimately, he put himself in this situation. He has to sit in it, man. He has to sit in it like a baby in a fucking stinking ass diaper. You got to sit in it, motherfucker, till it's time for some change. Now, GMS fam, the green room. I don't know if I had anything else on the agenda today, actually, to tell you the truth. Yeah, that's it. That's it. I ain't got nothing else for y'all today because I'm chilling. It's a snow day, man. The kids is out of school. There's snow piled up all the way to the top of my head in Minnesota. It's time to chillax, man. GMS fam, the green room, do me a big old favor. Hit that like button. Follow me on my socials. I'll follow everybody back. If you are feeling generous today, I will most appreciate it if you hit that Cash App. You will be helping the GMS show immensely. Put a GMS in the chat and leave a comment on this video when the live is over. I want to see y'all in the comment section. Let me see y'all in the comment section. Let's go. Hey, Soda, that's what I said. Most niggas will claim the hood and then really be from the suburbs. He did the opposite. Like, he was running away from them niggas. He said, get these jigaboos away from me. He did the RG3. These Philadelphia jigaboos. 10,000 jigaboos. Let me stop for these niggas think I'm an Uncle Tom. Shout out Quick Stanfield, the Sheriff S, Trey 979, Toke Champs Podcast, Vale in the building, Hitman in the building, Arius Baby G is in the building. Let me take a hit. Yeah, shout out where you from. Shout out your city, where you from. It's been a while. Tap in, tap in. Where is the GMS fam from? I want to see some new names. Where y'all at? Where y'all reside? New Jersey in the building. Watts is in the building. Vallejo is in the building. Sacramento is in the building. Little Rock is in the building. Minneapolis. London, the UK. Chefis, you're from London. Hey, mate. I love the London life. I want to visit one day. I hope my accent is Londonish. Do I do a good job? Let me know. My bruv, even though you are a woman, I think bruv is the proper term. Hey, all right. Shout out where you from, man. Murder Mitten. Murder Mitten? You from the Murder Mitten? Kansas City. You say you need some you say you need some of those. Hey man, I got you, man. Hit me up, man. I got a lot of instrumentals. I play a lot of beats. I might do that tonight on Twitch, man. Y'all gotta follow me on Twitch. It gets live over there on Twitch, man. I play a lot of my beats over there. So if you are an artist or somebody that just enjoys the vibe and want to hear some dope shit, make sure you check out those posts, man, when I make it known that I'm going live on Twitch, all right? GMS fam, the green room. Oh, I got another app opening up. I don't know why it's opening up. I guess it's going to take a few seconds. Do y'all hear that? It's the first Wednesday of the month. So they got the sirens going. Why is the screen up, man? I'm trying to get out of this Serato DJ Pro, man. Look at this. Look at this bullshit. Oh. Now I gotta sit here and wait while this shit loads. Damn. I can't even do a cold outro. Motherfucker. That's what happens when you accidentally click a fucking tab that you don't mean to fucking click on. And you got big ass fucking fingers like an oversized giant nigga, and then you click shit on accident, or you slide the mouse too far. See, look, this shit is just, this is befuddling me. This is blasphemous. And I got a whole horn going in the background. What the fuck? All right, here we go. We're good. We're good. What's my Twitch? All right. This is what I'm going to do. Just so y'all have it. I'm going to go live on Twitch right after this. Literally right after this. Just for like 10, 15 minutes. Play a couple beats and dip. But I need y'all. I'm going to type this link in the chat. So once y'all get this, excuse me, once y'all get this link, tap it, and I'm going to go live on Twitch so y'all can hear that dope shit. All right? Don't y'all fray. The name, all you gotta do is type in Black GMS on Twitch, but I'm gonna put the link right here so y'all can click it. Click that link right now. We finna go live on Twitch for a couple minutes. I'm finna play some beats. I don't think you need an account, but if you do, it's easy to create one. It ain't shit, all right? Click that link, go to Twitch. I'll see y'all over there. Let's make some shit happen. GMS fam, the green room, we out. Go to Twitch, nigga.